Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Limit Breakdown, where we break down the latest in TV, movies, and everything going on in entertainment. I'm your host, Migs.
I'm Sid.
And we got our good friend Linda joining us today.
Hello.
And this is our weekly roundup for the week ending on the 17th. The big thing that happened over the last week was the Oscars. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. It was slap-free, but not slap-joke-free.
No.
Yep.
Too many puns there.
Well.
Too many jokes. So we're going to give you guys the results of the Oscars as well as kind of what happened on screen.
At least the ones we cared about anyway.
Fair enough.
So let's start. What were some of the categories that won? Obviously, Everything Everywhere All at Once was the big winner.
Yeah, they won
Yeah.
Everything Everywhere at Once. Won majority of the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
I think like 4
or 5, something like that.
Yeah.
In various categories.
Uh-huh.
So that was very well expected and very well deserved as well.
Well, let's go down the list that you have, and we'll discuss
So,
it.
do you want to start from the big boys or do you want to start from the smaller ones?
Surprise me.
All right, we'll flip flop. All right, so we had Best Animated Film, which was for Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. Personally, I think it was a good movie, but I don't actually think it deserved an Oscar. I'm a little biased. I think Turning Red was a lot better, but that's me. But congratulations to Guillermo del Toro's and his team for Pinocchio. The next one was Best Original Song.
Do not.
So the Indian song Natu Natu from the movie RRR got Best Original Song. It beat out Rihanna, it beat out Lady Gaga, and a few others.
All right.
Very, very, very
Well,
happy.
isn't it also one of the first international songs to win an Oscar too?
I think so. It might be one of the first international songs to win
That's pretty dope.
Best Original Song, yeah.
It's still on my list of movies to watch.
It was enjoyable. I mean, the song's catchy, so I mean.
Yeah. All right, another good one was Best Supporting Actor, who went to Ke Huy Quan.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was super excited.
That was very good.
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming. Even when when it was presented, people were like tearing up.
They had Harrison Ford present the award,
Yep.
right?
Harrison Ford was there. He didn't present the award, but he gave the award to him.
Yeah.
He wasn't the actual presenter to say it, but he was there, and they actually hugged it out on screen.
Man,
super sweet. Very, very well deserved. His counterpart for Best Female Supporting Actress went to Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere at Once. Same movie.
I was not expecting that one.
I was not expecting that one either.
Yeah, I'm a little torn about that one because I really felt Angela Bassett should have taken that one.
So did
but,
I. Jamie Lee Curtis definitely.
I mean, she did do a good job.
She did a great job.
She did.
I think Angela Bassett. Personally, I think Angela Bassett should have won.
Yeah.
Side note: when they announced it, everybody got up to clap.
Yeah.
Angela Bassett was the only one sitting down.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it was.
She did not take that well.
Yeah, I mean, they've shown her immediate reaction when the announcement was made who the winner was, and you could tell she was disappointed. I think a lot of people, herself included, thought that she was going to win it, and I mean, I can see arguments for both, and I
you gotta save face though. I know it's hard in like that first initial by hearing it, but you also can't be a sore loser and not stand.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things. It's those deep emotional moments. So like you can't really.
But this speaks
Leo
on character.
didn't get his Oscar until way later. So
it speaks on character. I mean, not saying that she is a bad person. I don't know much about her, but
yeah. I mean, it probably wasn't her favorite moment. So I mean, like I said, given the impact of the performance and given the all of the gravitas behind it, I can certainly understand how she might have felt that it was warranted for her to win.
True.
But I did, however, like how shortly after that award, when Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan came up to present, they acknowledged her. They go, "Hey, auntie."
Oh man, that was so good, so good.
That was really good.
That was pretty cool.
Yep. So moving right along to Best Director,
Mm.
it actually went to the Daniels, both the Daniels for Everything Everywhere at Once again. Also well deserved.
Yeah.
I think they were. Even Steven Spielberg's movie The Fablemans was up there. People genuinely thought he was going to win, but the Daniels won for that movie, and I think
the more I find out about that movie, the more impressive that it is. I think it was filmed over 2 months. Like they had a very, very rushed production schedule. Like
they literally shot everything everywhere all at once.
But they had a very rushed production schedule, and they had a very, very limited budget. I think it was filmed with like under $50 million, which I mean for
a movie.
you look for today's standard in
to
movies,
have those problems,
right?
Yeah. So
But,
Everything Everywhere at Once, Best Director. Now for the top 3, Best Actress.
Mhm.
Also, Everything Everywhere at Once. Michelle Yeoh,
Yeah,
Best Actress Award.
absolutely.
I think everybody was expecting it. I think everyone definitely thinks that she did a phenomenal job.
Mhm.
All the other nominees did do a good job, but I think Michelle Yeoh definitely took the cake on that one.
And it's one of those things. I feel like the Oscars a lot of time doesn't necessarily. I mean, they'll reward an outstanding performance, but they'll also reward a body of work.
Mhm.
Like not necessarily the Oscar that the actor wins is not always their best performance, but for whatever reason they'll choose to reward a good body of work. I think it's kind of in tandem in this particular, because it was an outstanding performance, but it's also a good way to honor her body of work, which has been largely, I feel like, underappreciated.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
great. To me, it's a great
Yeah.
But
martial arts movies.
you really don't see. When you think of her, you can't think of any other movie she's been in.
Yeah.
But now, immediately when you hear her name, you're going to recognize Everywhere, Everywhere, All at Once. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
Yeah,
so.
you're right. That's a good point. You think about it that way. So her counterpart for Best Actor, which this was my jam right here. Brendan Fraser for The Whale.
Yeah.
I am so glad that he got that award. I don't see anybody else that should have deserved it. I think he did a phenomenal job.
I mean, I think a case could have been made for Austin Butler, but
True.
But I honestly feel like the performance was there. Like I feel like Brendan Fraser really had to dig deep down a lot more, and to a certain extent, put a little bit of his own pain and suffering into the character to really bring out the life,
really
the life
saw
of the
it.
character.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I did not think about. I think had Austin Butler won for Elvis, I would have been as happy.
Yeah.
See, I liked Elvis because of his character, but I think he was a good young Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
As it got older, the story kind of didn't allow him to show those emotions that he had in the beginning. Whereas Brendan Fraser's The Whale was all the way through, from the very start. You were repulsed by him to the very end of you loved him.
Yeah.
You suffered with him. So yeah.
Fair. So last award, the big award.
I wonder who it is.
Best Picture of the night. Now there were great nominees. Fableman, Tar, Elvis, All Quiet on the Western Front, and Everything Everywhere All at Once won Best Picture. Super well deserved.
There's justice in this world.
Yes, I think they did very well deserved. It was probably one of my, if not favorite movie of 2022.
Yeah, it was absolutely great, and I'm so happy that it's getting the recognition that it deserves, and it got the love. A lot of times these indie films don't really get they'll become like cult classics, or they'll get a little bit of recognition, but I'm really happy that it was as much of a standout as it became.
Yeah, definitely.
It's starting, the quirkiness is coming out. So
yeah, there were other great categories, and I didn't get a chance to watch all those movies that were presented. Lynn and I were making a list while we were watching. We're like, oh, we need to watch this movie. We need to watch this movie. Yeah. One movie that stuck out to us is All Quiet on the Western Front. It looks like a really intriguing movie. It's adapted from a book, correct?
I think so. Yeah.
And it's basically telling the perspective of a German soldier who did not want to go to war.
Mm-hmm.
Either not go to war or he was following a friend. I don't know fully.
Yeah, we don't know. Have you seen it?
No, not all of it. I've seen parts of it.
Parts of it, okay.
And there was a film by the same name, so I'm not sure how much of that is similar.
So yeah,
that's an older film.
Yeah, that's a movie that I want to watch. I think it won Best Original Score.
Mm-hmm.
Another one is Tar with Cate Blanchett.
Mm-hmm.
That's a movie that I want to watch that I haven't get a chance. And we never got around to watching Fabelmans, which is theoretically based technically on Steven Spielberg's life. So another movie that I'm on my list of things to watch.
Yep. Moving on for the week, I wanted to kind of start a new discussion with us, but I wanted to bring up the box office results for the past weekend.
Oh, I did not look at those.
I did.
Bring it on.
I did. So
someone did their homework. Someone
right. So for this past week, the number one movie in theaters was Scream 6
really?
with 44 million.
I saw that.
It's gotten some pretty good reviews.
Nice. I'm not a horror movie fan in general, but I heard that.
Well, like I'll dabble every now. I mostly am not a huge horror movie fan, but I'll dabble from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I think the last one Scream movie I watched was 3.
So it's been the worst one.
So it's been a hot minute, but
I think the last Scream movie I watched was a Scary Movie. Oh wait, wrong one.
The number 2 movie for this past weekend was Creed 3 with 27 million. And it's amassed 182 million worldwide.
Nice.
It's right now the top grossing movie across the first 3 opening weeks for the Rocky franchise. So that's pretty cool. I actually did go see that one. I really enjoyed it. 65 with
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver.
Okay.
Was number 3 with 12.3 million.
I don't know how I feel about that movie.
Either.
So.
Yeah, I wonder if people congrats for the numbers, but I wonder if people watched it because they're like, okay, I have to know, what is this about? How did we time travel to the past where there's dinosaurs, and you mean to tell me that laser bullets can't take down a T-Rex? I gotta see what happens.
I wonder if
I'm intrigued, but I don't know.
It's timey-wimey from what I understand.
I wonder if the budget for this movie was 65 million.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania came in at number 4 with 7.1 million.
As you said, $7.4.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very interesting thing because it's going on its 4th week of release. It had another massive drop, which it had a 44% drop for this week from the last week.
Mm-hmm.
But it has amassed 198 million domestically and 450 million worldwide. So it's I mean it's done fairly well.
It was broken even.
Yeah, I mean more than I think it had a budget of like 190 million. Yeah. So it's made its money back. And then rounding up the top 5 is Cocaine Bear with $6.2 million for this past week, and 66 million worldwide, with I think a budget of 17 million, if I'm not mistaken.
I can see the 17 million.
So
you didn't really need a whole lot with it.
Yeah, I mean
the bear or CGI.
Yeah, the bear probably took the majority.
The cocaine was real.
Just ask the kids.
It was cheaper to do that.
Honestly, the bear really only cost about $1 million. The rest was just cocaine. No. And then The Last of Us had the season finale this past week. And it hit an interesting milestone. It became HBO's top series with an average viewership of 30.4 million average viewers, beating out House of the Dragon, which averaged 29 million average viewers, to become HBO's top series.
So what's funny is that I found that interesting. So during Super Bowl weekend, they had pulled the show to release earlier on a Friday rather than a Sunday, but during Oscars they released it 15 minutes after, because the thing Oscar started at like 8:45 or something like that, and then the show comes out at 9 p.m. Pedro Pascal was in the crowd, and I was like, maybe they pulled it, and I looked it up. I was like, nope, still releasing at 9. So they expected people to watch. So HBO thinks more people watch the show than watch the Oscars.
Well, what was it? The year before, nobody really watched the Oscars.
Oh yeah.
So
Oscars were up viewership by like a huge percentage, like 18% or something like that since last year.
I mean, not everybody really cares. I'm one that really doesn't care because most of these movies you're like, I've never heard or seen.
The only reason I was excited about the Oscars this year is because I feel like this particular year there was a wider category of diversity in the
100%,
the type of films that were being featured. So
and it got the recognition that it deserved, like you said, because like it would have been something completely other that you were like, why wouldn't this win when it clearly should have, like Everything Everywhere All at Once? If it hadn't won, then you would have had a movie that really didn't catch any light.
Yeah. But if there's anything that we talked about that we that you guys have thoughts on, leave them in the comments. Or if there's something that you want us to talk about for next week, let us know. As always, we appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you next time. All right, so thanks for tuning in, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel.
And please follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and podcasting services such as Apple Podcast and Spotify.
Thanks a lot. Catch you next time.